Imagine a contract killer who remained at large for decades, confessing to over 40 murders. In this gripping tale, we unlock the secrets of José Manuel Martínez, America's deadly assassin, and the relentless pursuit by law enforcement to unmask the truth. What drove a seemingly ordinary man to become one of the most ruthless hitmen for Mexican drug cartels? How did he evade justice for so long, leaving behind a haunting list of victims? Join us on a journey through the dark alleys of crime where a confession unveils a staggering body count and exposes the harsh reality that not all victims receive the attention they deserve. It's 1978, and in the peaceful town of Irlamart, Tulare County, 16-year-old Jose lives with his family on a beautiful ranch surrounded by Californian vineyards. Life seems ordinary until a tragic incident changes everything. Jose's sister Cecilia approaches him with a request, setting off a chain of events defining his dark path. He becomes the last person to see Cecilia alive. When he gives a witness statement, things take a chilling turn. He cold-bloodedly shoots 2 more people in the house, marking the beginning of a ruthless killing spree that will span over 30 years. This once ordinary teenager transforms into José Manuel Martínez, known as El Mano Negra, the Black Hand, one of America's deadliest hitmen for Mexican drug cartels. His victims, over 30 in number, are spread across the entire U.S., particularly in Tulare County. As the body count rises, law enforcement from 3 different states struggle to apprehend him. It's a tale of revenge turned into a relentless killing spree, a story that takes over 3 decades to unfold. But how does a seemingly ordinary family man become one of the most notorious hitmen in American history? Born in 1962, Martínez grew up in poverty, moving between the U.S. and Mexico. His family's involvement in the drug trade sets the stage for his descent into darkness. In 1978, tragedy strikes when Cecilia is murdered, triggering Martínez's first taste of vigilantism. His first murder for hire follows in 1979, and from there he descends into a world of organized crime, becoming a key player in a Mexican drug cartel. Martínez's journey involves drug courier trips, raids on his family's ranch, and a mysterious figure named Mr. X, who introduces him to a life of contract killings and debt collection. Through it all, Martínez remains elusive, evading justice despite multiple arrests. As the narrative unfolds, the audience learns about the chilling details of Martínez's criminal career, marked by a disturbing blend of charm and brutality. The story explores how a charming family man becomes a mass murderer, leaving a trail of devastation that spans decades. In November 2006, José Manuel Martínez traveled to Florida on a grim mission. He confronts 20-year-old Javier Huerta, accused of stealing cocaine valued at $170,000. After surveilling him for days, Martínez seizes the opportunity. He extracts $150,000, buries it in Huerta's garden, and callously shoots him and a colleague 4 times each. Martínez then orchestrates a macabre scene, binding their hands with zip ties and depositing their lifeless bodies in Huerta's truck. With a cigarette in hand, he casually drives the vehicle to the outskirts of a national park. Post-murder, he heads straight to Alabama to celebrate his granddaughter's birthday, using the blood money to buy happiness. Back in Florida, investigators discover the gruesome aftermath, a Mountain Dew can and cigarette butt in Huerta's truck. However, the DNA test on the cigarette is delayed, and the results won't reach them for years. Martinez, temporarily evading conviction, continues his deadly spree. In 2009, Martinez's sinister activities escalated as he killed Joaquin Barragan in Early Mart for $8,000. Using a woman as bait, he orchestrates Barragan's murder, leaving the victim's body bound with zip ties. Despite suspicions surrounding Martinez, investigators lack sufficient evidence to make a case against him. They arrest him for probation violation, but the elusive hitman slips through their fingers once again. Upon his release, Martinez voluntarily approaches the Violent Crime Division, demanding the return of his seized vehicle. During questioning, he drops hints about his cartel connections and suggests Barragan was killed for being an informant. Despite indications of deception in a lie detector test, Martinez remains unscathed due to the lack of a clear confession, leaving investigators frustrated. March 4th, 2013 marks another chilling chapter in the life of José Manuel Martínez. He embarks on a journey with Jaime Romero and Jose Ruiz, seemingly a casual outing. As they stop to stretch their legs in a remote national park, Martinez abruptly pulls out a gun, aiming it at Ruiz. He reveals the shocking truth. The insulted woman is his daughter. 2 gunshots later, Ruiz is lifeless. Martinez, unflinchingly composed, instructs a stunned Romero to drive on and keep silent. The police discover Ruiz's lifeless body and connect Romero to the crime through surveillance footage. Romero, arrested and suspected of murder, faces a dire situation. In a bizarre turn, Martinez contacts the police, providing an alibi for Romero, claiming they were together during the killing. Unconvinced, the police detain Romero, leading to mounting suspicions against Martinez. A month later, Martinez, visiting his son in Early Mart, faces what he believes to be the consequences of Romero talking. Police banging on the door. In a surprising twist, Martinez persuades the police to release him by offering assistance in getting illegal guns off the streets. This collaboration raises eyebrows, prompting speculation about his motives. Was it merely to avoid imprisonment or to maintain control over his criminal activities? As Martinez aids the police in California, an old case resurfaces in Florida. The 2006 murder of Javier Huerta, initially unrelated, gains new traction. The long-awaited lab report on the cigarette butt found in Huerta's truck finally arrives. The DNA points to José Manuel Martínez, a man with a criminal history. But in a surprising twist, Detective Watts in California shares a crucial detail with Detective T.J. Watts in Florida: the recurring use of zip ties in many unsolved murders. Intrigued by this pattern, Watts in Florida sees José Manuel Martínez not as an informant, but as a potential killer. On May 17th, an arrest warrant was issued for Martínez on murder charges. Upon his return to the U.S. from Mexico, he is apprehended in Arizona. Martinez drops a bombshell. He confesses to being a contract killer responsible for numerous murders. Providing detailed accounts of the crimes, Martinez shocks investigators with the revelation of over 35 murders, a number later believed to exceed 40. Facing the death penalty at one point, Martinez is eventually sentenced to 50 years in prison in Alabama for Ruiz's murder. Life without parole in California for 9 murders and 2 consecutive life sentences in Florida. This saga is a sobering reflection on the difficulties of criminal investigations, the biases inside the justice system, and the victims of horrible crimes who are sometimes neglected. Martinez's ability to evade capture for so long leads to critically examining societal responses to crimes against those with limited influence.